Well, this is the vise we're going to be working with today. It's approximately a 3.5 incher. It's old. It doesn't weigh as much, so it's going to go on the wall in my shop, but I'm going to just clean this one up. It works fine. Probably disassemble it and put it in my ultrasonic parts cleaner, and we're going to give it a run on that before we paint it and get it ready to go. This is your adjuster screw here, which is extremely rusted. We don't have a whole lot of light in here tonight. Then we'll just take the vise apart. It looks like it was red. And it really just looks like there's a clip in here. I think you just pull the clip out. Can't do it with two. And that is the clip there that I just pulled out. There we go. I'm out in the garage now, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this old nut off of there. Ugh. It is so rusted that I don't think it's gonna come off. It did. That's just how that's in there, huh? Well, how the hell is that plate? I bet that plate just slides in there. It does. So on the inside of this plate here, I think I'm just gonna have to hammer that out. You know what? We're gonna stick it in the machine, and we're just going to let it clean this. I'm not going to punch this out, so I don't have to force it in or out. It looks like it's basically forced in and compresses into the metal, so we're going to leave that in there. And then I'm going to go inside here and just throw it in the ultrasonic parts cleaner. So I'll go ahead and fill this up with degreaser again and some hot water, and we'll get it up to the fill line. Then we'll put the vise in here, and okay, so we'll just put these in here. Might have to add some water. I made the mistake one time and heated this parts washer up, and then tried to put my hand in there. Just want to make sure it doesn't touch anything. Then we've got our small nuts and bolts. And now we'll plug the machine in and put the lid on it and get it started. Okay, so we're going to have to turn the temperature up. And if you've never used one of these machines, they're really neat. We'll run for 30 minutes. You can buy these in the description below. This is a big 30 liter. I bought this primarily for carburetors, but I have not put any carburetors in it and used it for all kinds of stuff. So Amazon links below, and we'll go ahead and put the lid on it. And we're going to let this run for 30 minutes and see what happens. 30 minutes, 52 seconds. How that died on that. So, but it's kind of an annoying sound. I had a guy with hearing aids come in my house one time when I was running it, and I had the hell the noise was. He thought he was getting electrocuted through his hearing aid. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here today is my larger vise that I kind of refinished, did a half butt job on. That was my dad's. I'm actually not going to use because I'm going to mount the vise on the wall over here, and the weight of that other vise is so heavy I'm going to end up putting it on a bench top or on its own stand. So I picked up an old Craftsman vise that is really rusty, and I'm going to go ahead and try to strip some of that out and then just give it a new coat of paint and get it ready to go on the wall over here. So there'll be a video of me mounting this on the wall. But yeah, this is just kind of a clean up paint type video, but this is a real good vise. You can't get these vises, these old vises, they ain't too common anymore. So in the intro, I've already disassembled this vise and thrown it through the ultrasonic parts cleaner, which I'm starting to kind of figure out how to use that thing. It didn't remove rust, which I'm not real sure it's supposed to, but I've got the vise all disassembled here, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of room to work in here because the garage ain't set up and the door people are supposed to come next week. But I'm just going to kind of clean this stuff up with a wire wheel and then give it a coat of paint. Okay, so I got everything pretty much painted here. This should have been chrome. This was very crudely painted, but it's going to do the job. And we'll just kind of put this together here real quick. This thing is really easy to take apart. So I think the main thing here is this nut on the bottom. The only thing I have in the house is a crescent wrench. I just woke up from sleeping, so this was the only nut in here. So we'll put that back on. This vise I went with a safety red, so it's really red. I actually didn't remove the vise jaws because I couldn't get two of the screws out. But this vise, I'm not super worried about it anyway. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put this other pin in here for the slider. Actually goes in a certain way. There we go. Then we'll kind of since I got paint on it, it probably, there we go. It's gonna have to tear the paint off of the threads. There we go. Okay, next step. I'm going to put the vise turner into the end of the vise here. We're going to reinstall our clip. If I can get my needle nose pliers. See if we can get this clip in here. There we go. Okay, now we're just going to have to thread this piece back into the vise. Hopefully I didn't get the paint too thick so it doesn't scrape the side of the vise. And we're just going to insert the shaft in here and thread it into the vise end. I think I got the paint too thick. Now we're about to find out how thick the paint is, because it's going to scrape it all the way in if it is. But that's alright, I just needed to get this thing from its unrusty condition. So if you made it this far, you've seen what it looked like before, so big improvement over what it looked like. See, I'm losing paint off of their turner rod here. That's alright though. There we go. Hey, alright. Now, the next step will be to set it up on its new stand on my wall. Thanks for watching. More videos to come. Check out the garage rebuild video. This vise ended up pretty good.